Hello Internet Allies and welcome back to my bedroom. So you might be wondering, Rob, where's your sister? Because my sister's been in my last few videos. Well, my sister's off visiting friends at the moment, so it's just going to be me for the next few weeks. But we will be back doing another carpool karaoke before she goes back on her travels again. So it's been a while since I've done a more serious, more topical video, so I might be a little bit out of practice for talking about more serious, more topical things, but I do hope I can make all my points I want to make very clearly in this video. However, I've tried recording this video several times and it's not really worked out because I'm not really explaining myself as clearly as I'd like. So I've kind of wanted to make this video for a while, but I felt like now was a good time to make this video because I know there's like a lot of young people that are going to school, to college, to university, and to those people I wish you a very happy and healthy year at school, college or university, or even if you're not going to school, college, university, have a happy year. However, like in school, college or university, or in any other part of life, like, you know, it's possible that you might experience bullying. I mean, that's not to scare anybody or whatever, and I just kind of wanted to talk about using my personal experiences in bullying because I know how like trapped and alone it can feel when you are being bullied, to talk a little bit about like what you can do if you are being bullied or if you witness somebody being bullied and stuff. Because it is such a horrible thing to really go through, and even though I'm only one small person in the big ocean that is the internet, like I just sort of want to try and do my bit to try and prevent bullying as much as I can really. So I'm not going to go into too much detail about my experiences of being bullied, but one thing I do sort of regret is like not doing much about the situations when I was bullied, and that made it really hard to deal with, just trying to like put up with it and deal with it on my own. One thing I would end up doing about being bullied if I was to deal with those kind of situations now is to kind of talk to somebody, ideally somebody who could perhaps do something about the situation, but basically just anybody who could listen and perhaps advise you on what to do. Like I like to say, a problem shared is a problem halved. You know, there's absolutely nothing wrong with asking for help. There's nothing to be ashamed of for asking for help. I know some people might not like asking for help, but you know, there's really nothing wrong with it and nothing to be ashamed of if you need to ask for help. And this can be anybody from parents, siblings, friends, partners, teachers, anybody who will take the time to listen really. So that would be my number one tip for how to solve any problems with being bullied and what have you. The second thing, I mean this probably only relates to like one situation when I was being bullied, and that was possibly when like I was trying to make friends with like a group of people, and like some of them were quite nice to me, some of them were quite pleasant to me, but then there was one or two people in that friendship group that were a little bit mean to me. And you know, part of me kind of wishes I perhaps just kind of like asserted myself a bit more, maybe kind of like spoke to them saying, hey, please don't say that to me, please, it's quite hurtful. Like, you know, in a calm way, because sometimes people might not realise they're being mean until, you know, you actually say something. I mean, however, like, you know, if it is like a group of people that are bullying you, then yeah, probably talking to them or like telling them to stop might not really solve anything as much as you'd hope it would. You know, you probably would have to perhaps get somebody else involved or like talk to somebody else. My final bit of advice for somebody who finds themselves in a situation where they're being bullied is, if a situation is beyond resolve, or if somebody you don't know is saying something mean to or about you, then the best thing to do is try to avoid that person or those people, or just basically try to ignore the situation altogether. and stuff really, and just kind of move on, like, and stuff, and try and find like people that do like you for who you are, such as friends and family. So if somebody does find themselves in a situation where they're being bullied, like, I mean, I will say, even if it doesn't seem it at the time, even if it does seem completely and utterly hopeless, you know, things can and will get better. Always love to believe that there's always hope for any certain situation and stuff like that. Things can get better and they will get better. Sometimes it just might take a little longer to try and find that happiness again and stuff like that, but it will be worth it in the end. You know, I'd say just kind of focus on what makes you happy, focus on the people that make you happy, focus on the hobbies and activities that make you happy. Those things and people will help them to take the mind off, you know, being bullied and stuff like that. Like, I mean, I do remember like how scared I was to even leave a house at some point when I was being bullied. I mean, yeah, but if it wasn't for the love of my family and, you know, my hobbies and stuff, like, I wouldn't have got through that difficult time in my life. Even though I don't want to go into too much detail about myself being bullied, like, I will say there's been one instance where I felt like I was bullied by a teacher, and there have been instances where I felt bullied by girls as well. And the reason I wanted to kind of say this is that, you know, it doesn't matter like who is bullying you. Bullying is wrong no matter what. So whether that is somebody from, you know, a higher authority bullying you, or whether it is a girl bullying a boy, or a boy bullying a girl, or a girl bullying a girl, or a boy bullying a boy. Like, you know, bullying has no gender. All bullying is wrong and should be taken equally seriously. Yeah, so thanks guys for watching this video. I just hope this kind of helps anybody who watches it really. If you found this video useful, or if you thought, you know, this was good, please give it a like and a share, and for more videos from me, click on subscribe. Okay guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day whatever you end up doing, and until next time, Team Rob's blasting off again. Bye bye!